After the storm, my husband and I were driving around. We were in Bell Harbor, and then we went by the Young Israel, and we saw that people were being fed there. I think it was like on a Wednesday night, and someone came over and asked me if I would want to get involved with helping with food and distribution, because I don't know if they knew that I had done this, but they knew that I can take charge. And so that's what I did. I came back the next day, and they were distributing food, and I helped with distributing food. And we did that also on Friday, Erev Shabbos. After Shabbos, I came back to the synagogue because I saw that they were going to have a meeting. And at first, they weren't really too keen on having women participate in the meeting. And I said, well, that's fine, then I'll leave, unless you want my assistance, because I was willing to run the soup kitchen. And that was myself, Shandel Russell, and Brian Strindell. And subsequently, they asked us to stay, and we talked about what we would be doing. And we decided that the following morning we would get started. And I believe it was Maishi Berkowitz arranged to bring in food for us to put out in the soup kitchen, which was actually the prayer area in the shul. And I think I got there like at 7 o'clock in the morning, and I first had to start cleaning and reorganizing the room with some other people. My husband helped me. And we got the soup kitchen going. It was not really just a soup kitchen, because we served 3 meals a day. And this went on for over a week. It went on for about 12 days. Every morning, I got up at around 6:30. I walked over to the synagogue, opened up, put out food. I trained people how to do the food service, because originally there were people that were serving without rubber gloves on. They were taking food from the food trays and eating behind the food service, which is not sanitary, in case you didn't know that. But after a while, there was a flow. In the kitchen, we had people, we had the soup gnomes come in the evening when we all left. After 12 o'clock at night, they would come and they would make soup. If they hadn't made soup, we would make soup. My daughter actually made soup one day also. And because we got deliveries of such diverse things, we had to really take stock of what we had and utilize everything that we had. And so sometimes we had roasted potatoes, we had soup, we had ratatouille. We made tons of all different kinds of salads to serve. And we were very thankful that we got a lot of food support from outlying areas. When people saw that we needed supplies, they rose to the occasion. They really brought in a lot of stuff. A lot of the stuff was stored outside, and we had to rotate things to make sure that nothing was ruined, because at some point it got very cold outside. Basically, I hung around the shul from 7 o'clock in the morning till sometimes 11 or 12 o'clock at night. We set up, we cleaned up, we had like a clothing drop, and I helped over by the clothing. We had a food pantry, I helped with the food pantry. At one point, we had a very nice gentleman named Jack who offered to come and help us, and we had him outside serving people outside, because there wasn't enough room to serve all the people that were coming from the community. And one of the most wonderful things that I found was that we not only served the Jewish people in our community, we served everybody that came, because many people did not want to leave Bayswater. Bayswater is a very isolated community, and the people that live here didn't want to have to walk down to Beach Channel Drive. And they felt very welcome, and they came here, and we offered them support, we offered them information. They were able to charge their phones at the synagogue, just come in and get warm. And I have to say that, one of the main reasons why, besides that I enjoyed helping and I enjoyed food service industry, because I'm a teacher now and I don't get to do that except when I cook for Shabbos, is that My house was cold for 2 weeks and it was dark. And so getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning and spending a whole day keeping busy and helping other people was really, it felt really good. And when I came home at 11 or 12 o'clock at night, the only thing I had to do was take a hot shower, which I was grateful to have, go to sleep and wake up again and come back the next day. And I got a lot of satisfaction. I met a lot of people because I'm not the most sociable person, but I like to do things for people. And I also felt that, you know, people who know me from the community as a teacher at PS 104, it was really nice that they were able to come to the shul and see somebody that they knew. Even though I am an Orthodox Jewish woman, they could relate to me because I am a teacher in the community. And a lot of my students came by, and a lot of parents came by that I knew. And it was very invigorating. And you know, some relationships that started off difficult relationships, because they were difficult, you know, it was stressful. We were always able to make it come out to a good purpose, because the bottom line was that we were feeding a lot of people, and you cannot believe how much people like to eat until you would see what was going on in that soup kitchen. And I'll turn it over to my husband so he can tell his part.
It came down to, we didn't have electricity for the 2 weeks, and to stay in a cold house with no lights, there was nothing better to do. So we ended up going to the shul, ended up doing work in the shul, and there was a need to be filled, and we both saw that need, and we stood up and did what had to be done. It's basically the bottom line.